Hi there guys, and welcome to Minecraft 1.2.3. This is CtrlShiftCreate, and today I am looking, as I just said, at the new Minecraft 1.2.3, which either is just about to come out or just has come out. Because today I think is the 30th of July, meaning that the actual 1.2.3 will come out in 2 days. This is actually a pre-release, but it's the most recent pre-release before it actually comes out, so this should be exactly up to date pretty much anyway. I'm doing this because one of my subscribers, I've forgotten his name, sorry, I was going to say it, but I've forgotten it, and he said, why don't you do a weekly snapshot or something of this. I decided I'm not going to do it weekly, I'm just going to do a one-off, mainly because mods, I'm getting a bit nervous because 1.2.3 means that all the mods will probably be incompatible and there won't be much to review, which is what I do. So I figured I'd have to do a change of scenario for maybe just hopefully just one video, and then hopefully by that time all the mods will be made again and we will be back rolling. So let's just start, and I'm going to be showing you some of the main new things in the game. So if I press E now on creative mode, there is a new kind of layout for the creative mode menu, which makes it really useful. And so, for example, here I am on building blocks, and I've got this scroll through of all the building blocks there are on creative mode, and down here there are some new ones, so the block of emerald and emerald ore, which hopefully I will come to in a bit when I'm showing you that bit. And now there's decorations, so there's all these things. I'm not sure how an enchantment table is a decoration or a chest or a torch. I wouldn't call them decorations, I'd call them something else. I don't think they should be in that category, but there I am just disagreeing. Here's the redstone category, so all the things that need redstone to work. Redstone there, there's the redstone torch. Door, not so sure how that's got anything to do with redstone. I guess you can power it with redstone there. And then here is the tripwire hook, which I'll be looking at as well soon enough. And then there's transport, miscellaneous, which is just all these weird things, the spawn eggs, music discs. And then this is something I quite like. It's called search items, and it's a bit like not enough items, which makes it really good. You can just type in whatever you're looking for. So if I'm looking for emerald, just type in Emma, you don't have to type in the whole thing, and emerald pops up. And yep, as I said, that reminds me of not enough items, which is probably the best mod for kind of building and creating things in Minecraft. So basically they have really improved this new system, and then there's combat and all these things. The new thing I do like though, which wasn't in the old creative mode, is potions. So I now have all the potions like you would get in too many items. So there's a potion of weakness, potion of slowness, because I know in the old version of creative mode you'd only get the water bottle and the potion of XP, the XP potion, that's the one. So there we go, that is pretty much it, but it will actually let you put your armor on when you are in creative mode, which I've always found annoying when I want to be wearing armor in creative mode but I can't put it on. So there we go, that is the new kind of layout for creative mode. So the next thing I'll be taking a look at is the new book and quill, which I think has been a long time coming in Minecraft. It should have been here ages ago, and it's just been put in. So the book and quill, if you right click, it will actually let you write your own book. So I'm going to write my story now. Hi all. And there's my book. It's a very short book, but it's still a good book. And then if you just click done, you can open it again and add some more to it. I guess you could kind of write your Minecraft diary, which is the most boring thing you could ever do. Sorry. And then you can sign it. So enter book title, subscribe. I'm not even begging. And then sign and close. And now that means that you can no longer edit it. And now it's all glowy. So I can now only read it. But if you do hover over it, it will have the book title by CtrlShiftCreate. And then you can read the book, and I guess you use the right arrows to flick through all the pages. Luckily, I didn't write a very long book. And now the crafting recipe for this, I haven't prepared, I haven't got my crafting table ready. It's in decorations, weirdly. There it is, crafting table. And what else do you need to craft it? You need an ink sac, which I suppose is in miscellaneous. See, this is just me trying to explore this and try and work out how it happens. Is it in materials? There it is, ink sac. You need a book. Okay, you could kind of guess that you'd need a book. Oh, I can just search for it, that's easier. There we go, book. And you also need a feather for the quill, I suppose. This is like in Harry Potter where he uses like a quill to write. If I can write... Oh, it's not... It's called feather, isn't it? Silly me. There we go, so feather. And then you just basically... Really simple to craft. Hit the crafting table. Ink. Book. Feather. And then you get your book and quill. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. Moving on. Okay, so what I'm taking a look at now is the Ender chest. And so the Ender chest, I think everyone's kind of heard of it because it's been quite famous, I think, with having a lot of people talking about it on forums and discussions. And finally it's here, so I will show you what it can do. So you can place it, and there we go, it's our Ender chest. It's the same kind of size as a normal chest, and it opens in the same way, and it has the same noise as a normal wooden chest, which I'm not sure I agree with. I think maybe it should be a bit of a different noise. And now, as you can tell, it's already got a redstone torch in there for some reason, and that's because earlier I was playing around with it, and I placed it, put in a redstone torch, then destroyed it, and as soon as you place another one, that item will appear in your Ender chest. So it's actually really kind of useful. So for this demonstration, I'm going to put in a bed, a lily pad, and a redstone torch. And then if I'm going to destroy this, so the first thing you need to know about destroying this is you can use any sort of pickaxe. Obviously it's quicker with the diamond pickaxe, but you can actually destroy it with a wooden pickaxe, which I'm not so sure you should be able to do, seeing as it is actually made with obsidian. I'll show you how to craft it in a minute. And it cannot be destroyed by TNT, but it can be destroyed by you hitting it with a piece of wood, interestingly enough. So when you destroy it, it will drop 8 obsidian. And now the way you craft it is a normal chest, but with obsidian. And then in the middle you put an Eye of Ender. And then when you destroy it, you'll only get the obsidian back, meaning that you can't keep making one and destroying one, because you'll have to keep getting a new Ender Eye every time you want to do that, or Eye of Ender. Sorry. So now if I place this one here, and I open it, and there we go, my bed, lily pad, my precious lily pad, I don't know what I'd do without him, and my redstone torch are all still there, which is actually quite handy, I think. If you, I know when I was on a server, and I was trying to move house, from my huge, like, mansion to my castle. I know, I built this great big castle. And I had so much stuff, and I had to, like, go back, fill up my inventory, go back. But this is so much easier. Just pop it in the Ender chests, and then put another one in the castle, or wherever your new house is, and then it makes it really simple. And if you're using this on multiplayer, I guess you must be wondering, not anybody can just access your Ender chest. Apparently, according to the Minecraft wiki, I've looked this all up, sorry, I just said shouldn't be saying each chest will have a different kind of account for each player, so they can't open their Ender chest and find your stuff, which would be kind of weird. They can open their Ender chest and they'll find their Ender stuff. I've started calling it Ender stuff now. Okay, so that is the Ender chest. Okay, so now we are looking at the latest kind of amazing thing in the Minecraft 1.2.3, and this is kind of one of the biggest things, I have to say, other than the tripwires, which you may be more interested in than this. And this is the emerald and the new trading system with villagers. So emeralds, there is this emerald ore which you have to mine up. So you mine the emerald ore, and the emerald ore is actually the rarest ore. So you hit it, and as you saw when I hit it, it gave me some XP as well, and it gave me just 1 emerald. And now these have a very small chance of spawning per chunk, and if you find one, to be honest, you are very, very lucky. As you saw, they don't need to be smelted. You just mine the thingy, the ore, and you'll get your emerald straight away, which is really quite cool. So then, if you are off to find a villager, a village little house, or whatever it's called, a village, that's the one, villager village. How could I forget that? You find the village, and you want to do some trading, which is a great new feature. It needed to be done. And I guess it's not actually that similar to Millionaire, because the testificates, I think Millionaire is still better, of course, it always will be. But anyway, so testificate, let's right-click him, and he will trade a written book. So if I have a written book, and I want to put in my written book here, he will give me an emerald for it, but actually I don't have an emerald at the moment, so I mean a written book, so I can't get my emerald. So the written book, I guess he wants to do some reading. So of course you don't actually have to trade an emerald and they'll give you something that which isn't an emerald in return. You can actually trade something that isn't an emerald and get an emerald in return. so thus making the emerald not so rare, because I'd say that an emerald is probably worth more than a written book. Oh, I need another villager egg. Hold on. Okay, so different villagers will actually give you different offers. So if I'm going to right click him here, if I give him 1 emerald, he will give me 2 glowstone in return, which I'm not so sure. I think this trading system is a bit weird, because an emerald is the rarest thing in Minecraft, and they're saying it's only worth 2 glowstone. So I guess an emerald isn't worth that much to a villager, strangely. But what I do suggest is that emeralds aren't so rare as they seem, because as you saw, I could just trade any old written book for an emerald, which would be easier than actually trying to mine one. If you can try and understand what I'm saying, I'm still trying to get my head around it too. So of course, different villagers, as I said, offer different things. So if you give him 21 coal, he will give you an emerald. And this guy, if you give him 3 emeralds, he will give you a bookshelf, which again is a bit of a stingy offer, to be honest, for an emerald. So I'm not so sure the trading system's as good as in Millionaire mod, which again, as I've already said, is probably still going to be better. Now, less about the trading system, which isn't actually that good, and more about the emeralds themselves. So the emerald ore can actually only be found in an extreme hill biome, which I've not actually managed to find. I've flown around for hours and hours and hours, and I haven't found you an extreme hill biome, so I'm sorry I can't show you that in this video. And the spawning pattern of an emerald ore means that it can spawn as high up as gold can, so there won't be any of that strip mining by bedrock like you do to find diamonds. And finally, the last thing I'll be looking at in this video is the tripwire thing. Tripwire element of Minecraft 1.2.3, should I say, to sound more professional. And now this means basically you can make your tripwires. And it finally adds a use for string. So string is the actual tripwire. As you can see, I just placed it, and there is a bit of my tripwire. You won't go higher when you walk over it. It's kind of like a non-solid block. Okay, so let's get started. If I place, say, a glowstone lamp here, or whatever it's called, a redstone lamp, that's the one, and then I can actually put one of these. I keep forgetting the name. This is new to me. So the tripwire hook. And then if I place a string here, these 2 things will actually go down as the weight of the tripwire pulls them down. And then if I was to walk over this, it will light up these blocks. So if these were TNT, it'd explode, and you could make a very easy trap for creepers, which you don't want entering your premises. And I'm not sure exactly how long this string can go on for. So let's see. I don't think that there's a limit. And as you can see, you can place tripwire on top of tripwire here, and you can place tripwire in mid-air. So one thing you could do, for example, is if you put the tripwire in mid-air, like this one, it's kind of hard to see. If you put this in 1080p, it should be rendered in 1080p, you should be able to see the tripwire more easily. There is a tripwire block here. So if you put the tripwire floating in midair, a pig could get into your house, because it could go under, because it's only 1 high, but then a creeper couldn't, it would set off the tripwire. The tripwire block cannot be placed on flat ground, it has to be placed like so. And I'll just show you what happens with some TNT, should I? I'm going to make a very quick and very crude trap. Oh, you can't place that on TNT, that's interesting. Let's just try this. As I said, I'm new to this, so hold on. If this doesn't work, I'm sorry. I apologize. Hopefully this should work. Now string. So there we go, it's connected. It'll click when it's connected, I don't know if you just heard it. And now I'm just going to pretend I'm a creeper. And it sets off the TNT. Of course there's that delay. And then it explodes. Now I don't know if you saw, but the 2 TNT in the middle didn't actually go off, and that's because only the one closest to the tripwire hook will get set off, which were the 2 on the ends, which then consequently set the 2 in the middle off, which is why they exploded afterwards. And now that is pretty much Minecraft 1.2.3 changes summed up. Now thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to check my Twitter, there's a link in the description, and thanks for watching guys, Control out.